Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Um, so as always, my videos are things that I'm reflecting on, things that I'm learning. And so today's video is about something that I have been reflecting on, and it's called Why Your Potential Isn't Good Enough. And I know that sounds harsh because before I started working on myself, I thought if a man came along or if my significant other came along and I wasn't the perfect person that I wanted to be, or maybe not even perfect, but just not where I wanted to be, and I had things that I needed to work on, why wouldn't they have the patience to allow me to get there as long as I'm working on it? Why not? Because at the end of the day, we could have something so beautiful, right? If only they had the patience. And I kind of had this grit mentality about a relationship and about how much someone should be willing to put into me and how much I was willing to put into them as well, based on potential and what I saw in them. And one thing that's not related to the main point of this video that I want to realize for myself and also want you guys to realize is that sometimes you go into a relationship and you see their potential, and for you it's almost like you have such a vision. It's a fact, like their potential is kind of how you see this person as. You see it in them. It's not a question of whether they'll get there. To you, they will get there. Sometimes you have that faith for a person, but if they don't have that faith and that confidence for themselves, then it's wasted anyway. So even if you say you meet a guy or a woman and you're like, I'm willing to put in the grit and the patience and all that for that person, if they don't have the same vision as you, it's not going to go anywhere. So that's first things first. But the main thing that I noticed was, and I told the story before, when I went on a date with a guy that I could see, I knew for a fact he was a good guy, that he was well-rounded, that he cared for his family, that he had a good career. I could see all of these amazing things about him, and that he's probably a really loving guy. Just all the things you want to see in a guy. I could see that it was there, but there was this big wall of ego there where the whole conversation, even though we didn't argue and I had the emotional control over myself and the patience over myself, right? By the end of the conversation, because I was so conscious and so in tune with my immune system, I just felt so frazzled. I felt drained by the end of that. After that one date, I was like, oh my God. Like, I don't know if I could, I don't know if I could do this again. And so when you're not where you're supposed to be and then you're looking to get into a relationship, of course, I'm not going to be perfect. No one's going to be perfect. So there are going to be things that when you get together, you're going to have to work on those things together. I think that would happen with anybody. But, his potential, even though I saw he's a great guy, he's a loving guy, he's a caring guy for the people that matter to him, all that, even though I saw all that good stuff, the ego that was in front of me triggered me so bad that I was like, I can't continue. I can't even imagine continuing. And maybe one day there will be another layer of, as I'm growing, that I don't really get triggered at all. And it's just whatever. And it just kind of goes in one ear, out the other. And then maybe I could have the patience for that. But with where I am right now, I don't have the patience. Or I do have the patience. It's not that I have the patience, but I can feel that the amount of energy felt soul sucking, life sucking, the amount of energy that it would require to get it where it needs to be is what the issue is. So just reflect on that as you're becoming the person you want to be and the person that you are currently. And I reflected on that and I was like, that is such a good learning lesson. And so when I go into dates, because I'm still learning, and there are times where it takes me a minute to reflect and then go, okay, I was wrong. Like, it takes days sometimes. It might take weeks sometimes. So I'm still growing myself. So just have the understanding that you're working on yourself, or this is the understanding I have of myself. I'm working on myself. I want to keep growing, and it's understandable that if I meet a really great guy and he doesn't want to continue with me because I'm not where I need to be, it is what it is. I understand the self-preservation of that, because there's so much of you, your life energy, whether you're going to have a good day or a bad day, where you're going to go with your career, what kind of children you're going to have, all of that gets tied into that person. And so if someone sees me and they're like, she's a great person, but she's not where I need her to be, or she's a great person, and I could see this being great in the future, but just not right now, I just feel so much more understanding of that. And I think that also helps me feel more comfortable with just letting it go if it doesn't work. So that's pretty much the end of that story and what I've been thinking on and reflecting on. And I hope this was helpful for someone. It was definitely helpful for me. It's been on my mind for a while since I kind of had that realization. And that's what I love so much about dating, is that even if it doesn't work out with someone, it really gives me the time to reflect. So then when I meet someone who's above me in their maturity or their spiritual process, I have the opportunity to go, oh, 2 weeks later, whatever, I was wrong. And then I get to be better for maybe that person, if they have the patience to keep dating me, or maybe my future husband. Either is fine, because I understand it. I get it now. So, yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.